Hello class, my name is Melissa Minnick, and the topic that I have chosen for our CST 100 online public speaking class is organ donation. The reason I have chosen this topic is because I would like to inform you all of why I believe organ donation is important, and also to disprove several myths regarding organ donation. What is organ donation? Organ donation is when someone decides to give their organs to another person to be transplanted into that person when they need them, when they're sick and something is wrong with them. Why choose to be an organ donor? About every 11 minutes, there is a new name added to the waiting list for an organ. In 2010, statistics show that over 170,000 names were on that waiting list, and then about 1,700 of those patients are pediatric patients. Even though the need for organ donation is so high, in 2010 there were only about 14,500 organ donors on the National Registry. The need for more organ donors is astounding. On average, 18 people on the waiting list die every day due to lack of available organs. One organ donor can save or help as many as 50 people. The organs that can be transplanted after one's death are kidneys, heart, liver, pancreas, intestines, and lungs. You can also donate skin, bone, and bone marrow. You can also donate your corneas. An after-death donation can only occur after a confirmed brain death. Once someone passes away, tests are conducted to confirm that there is no longer any brain or brain stem activity. Once a brain death is confirmed, the state donor registry is searched to see if that person is a registered organ donor. If they are not on the list, the family also has the opportunity to make that decision if they would like to donate their loved one's organs. You can also be an organ donor while you are still living. This is called a living donation. Only certain organs or parts of certain organs can be donated while one is still alive. These include a kidney, portions of the liver, intestines, and pancreas. And you can also donate the lobes of your lungs. For the donors of these organs or parts of these organs, their existing kidney will slightly enlarge to compensate for the missing kidney. The liver will regenerate, but the lungs and the pancreas cannot. Even though they don't regenerate, donors of these parts of their organs typically have no issues after their donation. If one decides that they want to be a living donor, certain requirements have to be met. They have to be tested to determine compatibility, and they usually age in ranges of 18 to 60 years old. Over the past 60 years or so, living donations have grown in frequency due to new variations that have been discovered. A few of these are kidney donor waiting list exchange. This is when someone agrees to donate to a particular person. If those two people are not compatible with one another, that donor can agree to donate to a compatible stranger that is on the waiting list. In exchange, their intended recipient moves up on the waiting list, getting them closer to getting an organ. Another type is blood type incompatibility. This allows a donor and a recipient to have a transplant despite having incompatible blood types. Before and after the transplant, the recipient undergoes treatments to remove harmful antibodies from their own blood. Now, I know we have all heard a lot of myths regarding organ donation, and at this time I would like to discuss a few facts and a few myths. Myth number 1, I won't be able to have an open casket at my funeral if I donate. This is not true. A donor's body is clothed, and there would be no visible signs or evidence of organ or tissue donation. In regards to bone donation, a rod is inserted where the bone would have been. Again, there is no visible evidence. And also with skin donation, typically a thin layer of skin is removed from the donor's back, and when one is in a casket, they're typically laying on their back, so there would be no sign of donation. Fact: you cannot legally make the decision to donate if you are under the age of 18 years old. This is actually true. But one can express to their parents or their guardians their feelings on the matter, and if they would like to donate their organs if they would like to donate their organs, they can designate that to their parents. There are many children on the transplant list. These children typically require smaller organs, and these can be really hard to come by. It's a lot harder to find an organ for a child than it is for an adult. Myth. If I am sick or hurt, the doctors and the hospital staff will not work as hard to save my life if I am an organ donor. This is not true at all whatsoever. A doctor's first priority is you, to save you, their patient. The doctor that is responsible for your care is actually not involved with the transplantation of your organs. Their focus is on you, their patient. Fact, there is absolutely no cost to you or your family for the donation of your organs or tissue. This is a very common misconception. Myth, they will declare me dead before I really am. There have been several horror stories that have been written and passed around about how someone woke up after being declared legally dead, laying on the table in the morgue and wiggling their toes. These are not true. Actually, more extensive tests are run on a donor to determine if they are truly dead than ones who haven't agreed to be a donor at all. Fact. Most major religions in the United States support organ donation. It's considered to be a final, loving, and caring gift to another person. But if you're unsure of your religion and the rules on it, all you have to do is ask someone at your church or a clergyman. Myth, I am too old to donate. Newborns and elderly alike have been organ donors. The condition of your organ is what is most important, not their age. A doctor will determine if your organs are suitable for donation. How you can help. One can become an organ donor quite easily. You can become a donor by registering yourself on your state's registry list. You can check this list at organdonor.gov. You can also make this determination on your driver's license, and you can also carry an organ donor card. These cards are available for anyone at organdonor.gov. I hope that this information that I've provided you today has shed some light on some misconceptions of organ donation and helped shed a little light on why organ donation is so important, and hopefully told you a few things maybe you didn't already know. If you would like more information, you can go to these websites: donatelife.net, organdonor.gov, and mayoclinic.com. Thank you very much for your time.